Today we are going to talk about one of the most significant historical figures in the world, Napoleon Bonaparte. Born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica, he rose to become a prominent military and political leader in France during the late 18th and early 19th centuries. In this video, we'll delve deep into the life of this great leader and explore his accomplishments, as well as the controversies that surrounded his rule. Chapter 1. Early Life and Military Career. Napoleon Bonaparte was born into a family of minor nobility in Corsica, an island in the Mediterranean Sea. He received his military training at the École Militaire in Paris and quickly rose through the ranks to become a general. In 1796, he commanded the French army in Italy, where he achieved several significant victories. Chapter 2. Rise to Power. In 1799, Napoleon overthrew the Directory, the French government, in a coup d'état and became the first consul of France. He later declared himself Emperor of France in 1804. Under his leadership, France became a dominant power in Europe, and he initiated several significant reforms that transformed the country's political and social structure. Chapter 3. Military Conquests. Napoleon Bonaparte is renowned for his military prowess and his ability to win battles against seemingly insurmountable odds. He led the French army to victory in numerous battles, including the Battle of Austerlitz, which is considered one of the greatest military victories of all time. However, his military campaigns were not without controversy, and many historians view them as examples of aggression and imperialism. Chapter 4. Domestic Policies. As Emperor of France, Napoleon implemented several significant reforms that had a profound impact on the country. He centralized the government, reformed the legal system, and introduced the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive civil law code that is still in use in many countries today. He also established a system of public education and encouraged the growth of industry and commerce. Chapter 5. Downfall and Legacy. Despite his many accomplishments, Napoleon's rule was not without its challenges. His military campaigns eventually led to his downfall, and he was exiled to the island of Elba in 1814. He returned to France the following year but was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo and exiled to the remote island of St. Helena, where he died in 1821. Despite his controversial legacy, Napoleon Bonaparte is still regarded by many as one of the greatest military and political leaders in history. Chapter 6. Controversies and Criticisms. While Napoleon Bonaparte is widely regarded as a brilliant military strategist and a visionary leader, his rule was not without controversy and criticism. One of the main criticisms of Napoleon was his imperialistic policies, which led to the invasion and occupation of several European countries. Many historians argue that Napoleon's wars were motivated by a desire for power and expansion, rather than a quest for justice or freedom. They point to his invasion of Spain, Portugal, and Russia as examples of his aggressive and imperialistic tendencies. Additionally, Napoleon's domestic policies were not universally popular. While he introduced many important reforms that modernized France and improved the lives of its citizens, he also suppressed political opposition and dissent. He established a police state and censored the press, limiting freedom of speech and expression. Napoleon's treatment of women has also been a subject of criticism. He was known for his mistreatment of his first wife, Josephine, and his later marriages were primarily political alliances designed to secure his power. Another controversy surrounding Napoleon is his association with slavery. While he abolished slavery in France and the French colonies in 1802, he also reinstated it in 1804 in the French colonies in the Caribbean, where it had been abolished during the French Revolution. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in the legacy of Napoleon Bonaparte and a growing recognition of the complexity of his rule. While his military conquests and domestic reforms had a profound impact on Europe and the world, his imperialistic policies, suppression of dissent, and mistreatment of women and minorities continue to be the subject of debate and criticism. Chapter 7. Legacy and Impact. Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy and impact on history are undeniable. His rule marked a significant turning point in European history and had a profound impact on politics, society, and culture. One of Napoleon's most enduring legacies was the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive civil law code that he introduced in 1804. The code was based on principles of equality, individual rights, and the rule of law, and it became a model for legal systems around the world. Napoleon also had a significant impact on the development of nationalism in Europe. His conquests and policies sparked a sense of national identity and pride in many countries, as well as a desire for independence from foreign rule. His military campaigns and victories also had a lasting impact on the art, literature, and culture of his time. Napoleon's image and legend inspired countless works of art, from paintings and sculptures to plays and operas. His military tactics and strategies are still studied and admired by military leaders and historians today. Despite his controversial legacy, Napoleon Bonaparte remains one of the most significant and influential figures in European history. His rule marked a period of transformation and change, and his impact on politics, society, and culture continues to be felt to this day. Chapter 8. Conclusion. Napoleon Bonaparte was a complex and multifaceted figure whose impact on history cannot be overstated. He rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most powerful and influential leaders of his time, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to shape the world today. Napoleon's military campaigns and victories established him as a brilliant strategist and leader, and his domestic policies modernized France and improved the lives of its citizens. He introduced many important reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which had a profound impact on legal systems around the world. At the same time, Napoleon's rule was not without controversy and criticism. His imperialistic policies, suppression of dissent, and mistreatment of women and minorities continue to be the subject of debate and scrutiny. Despite these controversies, Napoleon Bonaparte remains a fascinating and enduring figure whose life and legacy continue to captivate historians, scholars, and the general public. His impact on European history and culture is immeasurable, and his legend and image continue to inspire and influence art, literature, and popular culture. In the end, Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy is a complex and nuanced one, reflecting the contradictions and complexities of human nature itself. His story serves as a reminder of the power of ambition, the dangers of unchecked power, and the enduring impact of one individual on history and the world. Like and subscribe.